What are you doing?
Ambrose, do you realise how unwise it is to sneak up on someone? Especially a hunter.
Well, to be honest, I did not think it was possible to sneak up on a experienced hunter such as yourself.
Yeah, well, not usually, no, but sorry, I'm a little distracted. What are you doing out here? I thought you weren't supposed to leave the house.
Johann cannot keep me under lock and key forever. That was a joke. He doesn't actually. I'm not prisoner, you know. Newborn fledglings should probably be kept away from people, but not as newborn as I was, and he wants me to go outside more, meet people, so...
Well, after everything that happened.
Alright, so perhaps I did not ask for his permission. But I sensed you were out here and wondered why you had not come inside. You know, I have really started looking forward to your visits. I do hope you're not starting to avoid me. I would hate for you to feel forced to keep coming and seeing me.
Oh, no, Ambrose, it's nothing like that. I've been scouting, checking the perimeter.
The perimeter? Of what?
Well, you know how you were trying to sweet talk Johann into him maybe hiring me for protection or whatever. We've talked, and he agreed that it could be helpful to have someone, you know, that's not as connected, you know, that's not living in the house, to help out a little, at least to make sure, you know, that everything is finished, you know, to make sure that you're, to make sure that everyone believes you're dead, basically. So I've been checking the perimeter of the house, your house, Johann's house, to make sure that, you know, no one else is coming by.
You think they might not believe I am dead?
No, I didn't say that, and I should. I don't want you to worry about that. It's just to make sure, or even just to make sure that, you know, no other random humans have decided to get it in their heads that there's a big bad vampire house in the woods or anything like that. It's just to be extra certain, you know. Johann's pretty protective of you.
Don't I know it? So, this was his idea?
Actually, I'm the one that offered. I don't want you to think that that's me sticking my nose in too far, or that maybe I'm the one getting too overly worried and anxious about everything. Wouldn't be the first time, but
are you sure that it is not just Johann that has become protective of me? My dear Hunter.
I mean, I want you safe, but if I'm overstepping, being too familiar when we haven't met that many times, yeah, I mean,
Arden, I didn't. I was teasing. It's sweet. If you are, I am not bothered by it. So, you are out on a patrol of sorts, then?
yeah, I suppose you could call it that.
May I join you?
Will Johann have my head for that?
Honestly, I do not care. I am an adult capable of making my own decisions. His protectiveness of me is nice, do not get me wrong. Well, you met my family, so you can imagine I did not get a lot of that growing up. But I do not need his permission. Neither do you. Let me walk with you. Bitter.
Alright. Yeah, sure. It's boring, really. I mean, I suppose most people would find it boring. I don't mind being out here in the woods, you know.
I'm a big fan of nature, are we?
I don't know if it's that, I just think, you know, cities are getting bigger and bigger and noisier and more crowded, and it's a lot, you know, for one with overly sensitive hearing and sense of smell and all of that. It can be really overwhelming. And don't get me wrong, there's still noises and scents out here, but it is far less dense. So I don't think it's so much that I love nature. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but don't get me wrong, I would rather sleep in a nice warm bed in a heated home than out here on the ground. But big crowded places are a lot for me.
So, sorry, do you not... I do not mean to sound rude, and you do not have to answer, but you speak about a nice, warm bed as though it were hypothetical. I presumed you had somewhere to stay, or maybe were camping out here temporarily. But I do not ask this to embarrass you, but do you not have a place to stay? Or a place to go back to?
I guess I thought it was obvious from the... I mean, look at me. You know, I mean, you're all pristine and put together, and I know what I look like. A mess. I don't know when I last had access to hot water or a hot meal. I haven't had anywhere to go back to for a long time. I mean, I'm old enough that, you know, my human family have passed by now, and the wolf who turned me, wasn't, it wasn't like with you and Johann. I'm really pleased you have that connection with him. We don't really use the term sire. I don't know what term is supposed to be used, but maker, if you want to call him that, I don't even know if he meant to turn me. Maybe it's just an accident. Never really got to find out. I think people have this misconception that werewolves all have packs and wolf families, and that's just not how it is. I mean, it's not how it is for me. Maybe there are some that travel around, but it's just me. Yeah. I mean, why do you think I'm all the way out here, not back in England? I was trying to find a place where I fit in, I guess. I'm not alone because I want to be. I just haven't really found a home, or someone to make one with, or anyone, really, that wants to spend time with me.
Well, I hope you know that isn't the case anymore.
What do you mean?
Oh, what do I... Arden, darling, we are spending time together right now. Because I wish to. I sensed you out here and I came to see you. I keep inviting you back to my home. Which... Sorry, I never really realised I'd already considered it a home. But you've been over several times now. Do you think we would keep hosting you if we did not want you around?
Oh, what, no, I mean, I guess not. I mean, I don't think that you hate me. I think maybe you should. But, no, I guess I do not think that you or Johann would have, especially Johann, would have me in your home if you didn't want me there. But why do you want me there? I mean, I know that you said you'd never met anyone else who was like us, you know, in terms of gender, before. And I thought you wanted to know more about that, and I could help, or I could tell you about at least my experience and my transition, but you haven't really asked a lot about that. I assumed you would eventually, but, and, you know, I can offer protection, so other than that, I'm not really sure.
Oh. Well then, I am a lot more terrible at flirting than I thought I was.
Flirting? You've been... When?
Practically the entire time, from the beginning. I mean, you say look at you, but I do not see what you see. I'm quite attracted to you, physically, from the moment we met. And the more we spend time together, the more I have realised that that has become more than just desire. And I mean, I keep calling you darling, for God's sake. I keep inviting you back for dinner, for dates, I thought you knew that I was, you know.
Dinner was a date. I thought you were just being nice, like, polite. I'm not. Oh. You must think I've been terrible at leading you on or something. I'm not good. I told you I wasn't good at noticing subtleties in things, and when people want something from me, I'm not used to people wanting me at all. I mean, God, and I'm thinking maybe they did and I just never noticed, but I don't know how to tell, I guess, if someone's just being friendly or if someone's wanting more. I thought you were just being friendly.
No, God, now I feel terrible. If you're not interested, I thought that's why you kept coming back. I mean, I've caught you staring enough times. I thought, if I've been making you uncomfortable this whole time, or if you're just now realizing that you are in fact uncomfortable with my attention, I can only
I didn't say I was
apologize.
uncomfortable with it. I mean, I didn't know that that's what was happening. But you you like me then?
Yes, Arden, I like you. I see I should have been less subtle about things, though, to be fair, Johann said I wasn't being subtle enough. But I should have been clearer to you about my intentions. I did not mean to make you feel embarrassed. I'm guessing from the way you spoke about yourself, you might not even believe me. And I never thought I would become interested like this in anyone so soon. I mean, it's been a few weeks. But you've been here a lot. And I've got to spend a lot of time with you. And it is not just because we are both, how did you phrase it, self-made men. Although I think that helps us understand one another a lot more. But I know you think you've done awful things. But I think you've tried to right those wrongs. Many other hunters would have not heard me out at all. But you listened. I think underneath all this awkward exterior that you are kind. And whether it embarrasses you to say, I think you need someone to look after you. I think you've been alone for a long time, that you have forgotten how to take care of yourself. And what I enjoy, despite what I look like, I prefer to be someone who cares for other people, who takes care of others, who, how do I say this? I would have you depend on me if you were comfortable. You would not have to work again or hunt again if you did not want to. I would keep you well fed and get all those knots out of your hair. And take care of you in any other way you may need. And maybe that is not what you're into. Maybe you prefer being in charge. In which case, perhaps we are not compatible, but I think if you let me, I like to think I would take good care of you. Arden? Did I say too much? You've gone awfully quiet. I haven't meant to ruin everything. No, sorry. No one's ever really looked at me like that. I mean, you know what, with the way my brain works, and it's not as if I've had easy access to a good bath in a while. People might look at me with pity, you know, maybe, but that's not what you're... I thought I'd be so uncomfortable if anyone said something like that, but you're saying it as if you want to help, not because you think I'm incapable of taking care of myself, or that I'm stupid, or infantilizing me, but because you want to. I do want to. I really like you, Arden. I quite suspect that I am I think this hasn't happened to me before. I'm not normally so nervous when approaching someone, but this is more than just wanting a fling or a bit of fun. This is... I think I'm falling in love with you. I don't want you sleeping out here tonight, or any other night. I want you to come home with me. I don't care what Johann will say. Can't bear the thought of you out here, cold and alone, and exposed to any creature that comes upon you. Not that you cannot defend yourself, of course you can. And I would be lying if I said it wasn't awfully attractive when you do get a little angry and fight. Maybe that's wrong of me, but I would like you to come inside with me and have a warm bed to sleep on and have another hot meal. And if you want, we could draw you a bath and I could try sort something out of that mass of hair of yours. If that's what you want.
think my hair's going to be a lot of hard work. I normally don't really like having it this long, but cutting it I don't really know how to do it in a way that looks good, and it grows back so quick. It's werewolf powers or whatever, that it always seemed more hassle than it didn't seem worth the time, really.
Well, I would be more than happy to give you a haircut if you wanted one. But you're avoiding answering the question. If you just want us to be friends, I will. I don't know how I'll handle it, but I will respect it. And if you do not want to come around anymore, that is fine too. I haven't. I don't think anyone's ever been in love with me before, or close to it, and I don't want to disappoint. I don't know if I'll be any good in a relationship. I mean, I couldn't even tell that you were interested. I don't. You deserve someone who's experienced and knows what they're doing and is less of a mess than me. I see. You think I deserve anything I want?
Yeah. I mean, Rose, you're stunning and elegant and ridiculously nice to me and really patient with me. And I think you deserve the world, if that's what you want. Anyone that you want.
Excellent. So we are agreed, then?
Agreed on...
That I deserve anyone I want. And the only one I want... love. Is you. So all that matters is if you want me.
That's a ridiculous question. Who wouldn't want you? You want a straight answer. I don't know why I'm so nervous. You already said that you like me. There's the voice in the back of my head saying this is all some kind of prank or trick. But you're not cruel. You wouldn't...
It's alright. Oh, that's alright. Can I touch your face? Just want to hold you. And scratch behind your ears if you let me.
Hi. I think I'm falling in love with you too. Are you really sure we won't get in trouble?
I don't care if we get in trouble.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
First thing, though.
What?
I'm drawing you a bath.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with that. You don't have to stay for that. I'm honestly kind of scared how dirty the water, Mike. Yeah, I don't want you to think I'm disgusting.
Shh, I'm never going to think you're disgusting if you struggle to bathe yourself or lack of access or mental health reasons. And besides, you really expect to be able to wash all of that mane on your own?
Well, yeah, I suppose my hair will be hard to wash on my own. If you're sure.
I am. And goodness, think about the things we're not doing. I don't feel like scented things are just going to be overwhelming for your delicate, sensitive nose, but we could have you smelling delectable if you wanted. We could put all sorts of things in your hair. Thank you all so much for watching, my lovelies. A reminder that I have a Patreon. If everyone who subscribed to me here gave just £1 a month on Patreon, that would help me out a lot, allow me to move out and keep making audios. Rewards of being a patron of mine include access to my Discord, ad-free streaming and downloads of my audios, 2 exclusive spicy audios every month, and the ability to leave audio requests. I also stream on Twitch most Mondays and Wednesdays, and I have an Etsy shop called Empty Masks where I sell fan art and original art. My Etsy also has stickers and other merch of my audio original characters under the The Vampire Prince section of my shop. Thank you so much to my new Patreon members. My new fledglings, Demeter, Drowsy EXA, Sad Badger, Miss Zombie, Covid, Megan Payne, Addy, That Anxious MB, CG Gapsis, I Goofed Up, Kuro, Rambling, Bingus Boy, Rumeru, Megan S, CO401, Blazing Lowell, Apollo, L, Shion, Quico, Lace, Ryan Scorn 3D, Froggy, Sydney Bertrand, Annalise E, Hiccup, Juzu, Kenzie.com, Cass, Jaquera Barrow, Coco, Nova, Nicole Dory, Oates, Elliot the Indivine, Leaf, Prophet, Grayson Gallop, Cassia, Morrigan, Annan, J. Davis, Ezzy, The Solar System, Beppo, Adam, Eliana Penninja, Poison Siren, Zethus, Corbu, Bree Maybe, Gogo, Luna, Arachne Created, Kieran McCarthy, Hannah Maxey, Elaine, Arlnux, Anonymoso, Onyx Euphenia, and Star. And my new familiars, Hills VT, Period, Care Bear, Felix, Clumsy Avony, and Nyx.